Welcome, it's denome. So Bitcoin broke 14K and that's very interesting. And in this video we're going to take a look at where Bitcoin is going to go next, because that's a asset that everybody is looking at right now. So we're going to take a look at that one. We're going to compare that to what actually happened in 2016 so we can sort of expect what's going to happen next. And I would just want to cover a few bullish news that actually happened lately. One is that now you can actually buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other coins on PayPal. So that's a big thing. And the next thing is that Iran actually allows imports with Bitcoin. So the central bank of Iran is actually buying Bitcoin. And that's quite interesting. It's a little bit bullish, but also bearish, because if this happens and Iran is able to escape the sanctions set by the US government, that's of course bad for the US government, and they will want to limit the amount of transactions done with Bitcoin that are coming from or with the allies of the United States. So for that reason, this is also bearish, but it is bullish that the first central bank is actually publicly now buying Bitcoin and using Bitcoin, and this is going to be used for the global trade, which is it's always supposed to be used for. So we're going to see how things develop, but this is definitely an interesting news that just broke out. And I'm sure that a lot of governments, a lot of banks, and everybody is actually looking at Bitcoin now like, okay, what is this? So we're going to see a lot of more interest coming into Bitcoin for sure. And that's very interesting times that we are actually living in. So this is very historical moment, October 30, that happened. So just keep that in mind. Next I want to cover is that now if you take a look at Bitcoin longs versus short positions, 75% of the market is now actually long on Bitcoin and only 25% is shorting Bitcoin right now. And one of these groups will get wrecked, but we'll see how that goes. If you're actually longing, then you're with the herd. If you are shorting, you are against the herd right here. But I just want to cover this one because sometimes in the past, when a lot of people turned bullish, that's when the price actually tanked. So the exchanges got a lot of money through liquidations. So keep that in mind, that if there's some manipulation going on, this is the perfect time to actually do that kind of play, because so many people are long that if the price would plummet, the exchanges would make a lot of money that allow leverage trading. So just keep that in mind as well. And now let's take a look at Bitcoin, actually compare that to 2016. Because if we zoom out here, 2016, you cannot even see it here. But if we actually zoom in here, all the way down here, you will start to see like, hey, this looks similar to what is actually happening now. Sorry, I still got a little bit of the running nose. But anyway, this level right here, $680, I'll highlight it here. This is basically the same line that we just broke when we went to 14K just now. So what happened here is that it broke through to the upper side of this channel, and it actually wasn't a channel before that. I would have probably drawn it like this before, like so it touches the top level here, so it didn't quite go up there. So for that reason I adjusted it here. Anyway, it like shoot up to that range and then had a massive pullback all the way down to this bottom area right here, and from there it went all the way up to the most recent high, and from the high it actually dropped. Let's calculate that one, and the price dropped about 33% for Bitcoin after it reached all-time high. So if that same thing would happen here, that we drop here from here to here, that would be a 39% drop, and we went back to this trend line here, bottom line of this trend line here. So if we actually go back to what's happening now, you can see that we broke this line that's supported by this previous high here. We broke through that, and this is the trend line here. So if we would come back to this trend line, it's not going to be a significant drop. It's only going to be 13% drop. But if we come down to this level, it's still possible. It's still entirely possible that we come back to these levels it's not out of the picture yet. But if this will actually continue, I think that the next stop is gonna be the all-time high after the next move, and then probably a drop back to these levels. Like we will maybe see 13k one more time if the same thing happens that happened in 2016. So if I'll just draw this thing out here, it will look something like this, and then back here something like this, and from here we will go parabolic, and we have to go parabolic from here if we're still going to be bullish on a bull trend. Otherwise it will have to reverse. So if you take a look at this one, we were in this trending channel for a long time, and after we broke the all-time high, that's when we actually went parabolic with Bitcoin, and then we reached all these new highs, and then we don't even see what's happened in 2016. So we will have to go parabolic. Bitcoin has to go parabolic soon, but only after it reaches the previous all-time high. That's when it starts to go parabolic. So you can expect that if things play out the same way that they happened in 2016. And in 2016, you can see that it had a lot of these. Oh, sorry, I'll have to use this tool. It had a lot of these 30% dumps all the way up to the top. So you can expect a lot of volatility, even though we are going to go up. It's going to be a bumpy ride if this plays out. But if we're going to be stuck here forever, which I don't think we will, because a lot of people are now FOMOing into Bitcoin. And then, of course, when we reach that all-time high, I think that's when altcoins will go parabolic as well. But for now, Bitcoin is going to lead the way, and we're going to still have to wait and see what's going to happen. And I actually took more open positions in Bitcoin. I closed a few altcoins that I had open, altcoin positions that I had open that I wasn't too bullish on. None of the coins that I've been talking lately did I close, but just some coins that I had randomly there that I thought could be good, but I had actually dropped like 80%. I just sold them and I bought some Bitcoin. I still have a lot of stable coins ready, but for me, this is still my buy zone. 12,500 is basically the level that I'm aiming at, 12,600. So I have some limit orders here, but I already made some orders here for the Bitcoin because we reached that all-time high. And the next I want to just showcase this one more time is that if we take a look at the monthly view here, you can see that here we almost broke the previous the highest monthly close that had happened before, which was here. And on some exchanges, actually, this was the all-time high monthly close that has ever happened in Bitcoin's past. So some exchanges, things are like this. So I don't know if it actually considered that this is the new all-time high month or not. Probably not, because on major exchanges, it was a little bit lower, like $80 lower here than it was here in 2017, 2018. So I'm still a little bit cautious, but for me, I think we're going to be heading for that all-time high soon. And yeah, just all the things that are happening, money printing, basically it just needs another stimulus news, and this will go up all the way up here. Then probably we're going to see a rejection, same as in 2016, and then it's just going to be a parabolic run all the way up here for like 6 months or so. Hopefully that plays out. But of course, anything can happen. Nothing is guaranteed. But if this is going to continue, then that's something I am currently expecting. And that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to talk too much about altcoins for now. I'll talk more about altcoins in the coming videos, but because Bitcoin broke 14k, I just wanted to let you know what I think about it and what I think will happen in the next coming months. This is not gonna probably be June 2021. This could be even maybe February, March next year that we will reach the new all-time high. We'll see how that goes, but it's definitely gonna be faster than anybody is expecting once it starts to pump. So we'll see how everything goes, but that's basically my update for now. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you are ready for whatever's gonna happen. If this is gonna crash, it of course could happen, but we already broke that previous high here. So for me, I'm quite bullish. I guess one more thing I want to showcase, since I started rambling already. So there's a guy called Crypto Whale. I follow him because he has some interesting insights sometimes, but he's actually bearish on Bitcoin, and he has been calling Bitcoin shorts for a long time already. So he's complaining that everybody is now FOMOing into Bitcoin, even though there's a raging pandemic and everyone's economy is suffering. So like what happened here with Bitcoin right here was that when the pandemic crash happened, Bitcoin dropped basically from here to here like 60% in that last corona dip. So if that same thing would happen here, that's why he's shorting. So it would bring us all the way down here to $5,000 range. So I'm not sure if I'm actually that bearish, but of course that could happen. But I just want you to know that there's two sides of this coin. So whatever you do, be prepared for both ways. Never go all in unless you see prices that are just mind-blowingly low. But for now, I do think that we're gonna hit that all-time high very, very soon. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next video.